Welcome to day 1 of Cleansed by Nature, your private Ayurvedic cleanse journey with me, Jessie Powell. And I just want to congratulate you for arriving here today. This is a big day, the first day. We're really diving into the practices today. So maybe it's the morning, hopefully it's the morning. I find that's a really good time to start with the videos. So you've probably woken up, hopefully journaled your dreams, maybe some additional journaling, anything that's coming up for you in your mind. We want to get that out of the mind and onto a piece of paper into your journal. Okay, so we've done that. Your hot lemon water, hopefully you've got that, and you've had a couple of sips of that just to get digestion moving a little bit. And now you've arrived here with me. So we're going to do our yoga and meditation for the morning practice. You can certainly practice this in the afternoon if your mornings are a little bit too busy or you don't have time. It's about 10 minutes. Okay, so nice and short and sweet. Hopefully you're in something nice and comfy. Pajamas are perfectly acceptable. You don't need any fancy yoga gear. It's just you and me here. So no sense in putting on a fashion show. What you're gonna need for practice is just a blanket, so like a folded blanket. It doesn't need to be a fancy yoga blanket, but just a thinner, maybe throw blanket would be a good idea. So you can maybe pause the video, get on into something comfy, grab a blanket, and we're just going to begin sitting on the blanket, so elevating the hips. Maybe the legs are crossed. But if that doesn't feel good for your knees, you can take the legs long. If at any point you start with your legs crossed, you can always take the legs long after a few minutes, because we will be seated for the practice. We're starting off seated for the whole practice today, sort of setting the pace for your week ahead. So the next 7 days, you're going to be focusing on yourself, your self-care, your practice, doing anything that you can do to make yourself comfortable and warm. So we're bringing in that warmth. It's the quality that is opposite of what the season is. Kapha season is the spring season, and this is very cool. So we're bringing in some warmth into the body. So nice warm clothing is a good idea. And just like inviting in lots of that warmth throughout the week. Warm food, cooked food, small portions, lots of things to consider. They're probably all in your welcome email, so I won't get into it too much anymore here. We'll just get into our yoga practice. So just beginning to just drop in here, sitting up nice and tall, perhaps placing your hands on the tops of your knees, palms facing down. And I'm going to just let you know our affirmation for day 1. It is, I am grateful. Bringing in these feelings of gratitude for today, for our bodies, and for ourselves, for taking this plunge into health and well-being. So just starting to close the eyes. If that feels available, if it doesn't feel safe, you can open the eyes and maybe have a soft gaze. Just starting to connect to the breath. Sitting up nice and tall, nice tall spine, gently dropping the chin down towards the chest. Not all the way down to the chest, just a little gentle tuck. And just starting to connect to the breath. In and out through the nose. The breath is our connection to our inner experience. So what's going on inside our bodies? The breath will travel all through your whole body. It rides along the vagus nerve, which is a nerve that starts at the back of the skull, and then it is the vagabond nerve, so it travels all over the body and relaxes the central nervous system. So we're working on toning that vagus nerve through this week-long practice of mindfulness nutrition, and lifestyle. Just continuing to breathe. Beautiful. We're going to bring the right hand to the chest and left hand to the belly, keeping the eyes closed. And just noticing your aliveness, sending that breath into the belly. Beautiful. Just relaxing the face, the jaw, allowing the tongue to drop from the roof of the mouth. Feeling that aliveness, that expansiveness. And now just saying to yourself in your head, just quietly at first, I am grateful. And you can say it out loud, maybe just a whisper. I am grateful. Inviting just maybe a little smile onto the face. And we're just going to start to sway back and forth. Just from side to side, finding a little movement here. Just rocking yourself from side to side, just like if you were a little baby. We're taking care of ourselves this week. And just nurturing ourselves as if we're nurturing our inner child, our inner little baby. Continuing to breathe and feel held. And then coming back to center, keeping the eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall. On the next exhale, we're going to take the hands down to the knees, the tops of the knees. Beautiful. Maybe opening up the eyes, looking around the room, just getting oriented with your space. Beautiful. We're going to start with some circles here. So we're going to circle around one direction, all the way around, nice and slow, just whatever speed you're going with these circles. I invite you to just take it one notch slower. And as you arrive, then we're going to take the circles the other way. Just circling all the way around. Continuing to breathe in and out, just a nice natural breath. Letting that breath flow through you, just like nature and prana is intended to. Beautiful. All right, we're going to come slowly back to center. And then sitting up nice and tall, we're going to take the hands and place the fingertips on the floor beside the body. Really send that chest forward and walk the hands behind the body. Open up the chest towards the sky and just gently look up towards the edge of the ceiling. Beautiful. Walk those hands back around the body to the sides, fingertips to the sides of the body. Then we're going to rise the arms up, reaching up towards the sky. Beautiful. And then we're going to take that right hand and bring it down to the floor beside you. Left hand reaches over for a nice side stretch here. Beautiful. Wiggling those fingertips, maybe looking up at that hand above your head. Beautiful. Let's bring the left hand across the body over to the other side. Plant the left hand, bring the right hand up and over. Nice side stretch to the right side of the body. Maybe looking up at that hand, wiggling those fingers. Just gently waking up the body. Beautiful. Let's bring that right hand back up to the sky and let the left hand follow it, holding on to an imaginary beach ball just above your head. Beautiful. On your next exhale, we're going to fold forward. So hinging at the hips, folding forward all the way down, placing the hands on the floor. Maybe the forehead comes down, maybe the forearms. Just listening to your body here, wherever you are in your fold. Just meet yourself wherever you're at.
Honoring the body and honoring your edges of flexibility is the most important part of practicing yoga. And that's what it's all about. Beautiful to walk the hands back up towards the body. Sit up nice and tall. We're going to take the hands and place them onto the front of the knees. And then we're just going to dip the right shoulder down towards the floor and just turn a little bit towards the left. Beautiful. And then back to center. Inhale, drop the left shoulder. And then come back up to center. Exhale. Inhale, drop the right shoulder. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, drop the left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, drop the right. Exhale, back to center. Beautiful. Let's take those hands and we're going to bring them to the floor beside us once again. And then rise them up nice and slow. Out to the side, scooping the air all the way up. Holding that beach ball, bringing the hands about shoulder distance apart, dropping the shoulders down the back here. Beautiful. We're going to turn to the right, little twist, and then we're going to send the right hand and the left hand down. Right hand comes behind, left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, and just look over that right shoulder. Take a pause here, find the twist. Just a nice gentle rinse of the spine. Getting the body ready for this week of detox. Beautiful. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, rise the arms up, back to center. And then turn to the left and send the hands down. Right hand comes to the outside of that knee, left hand comes to the floor, look over the left shoulder. Embracing the twist. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to center, rise the arms up. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the hands down to the knees once again, just letting the hands fall down, placing them on top of the knees. We're going to find a little cat-cow back here from a seated posture. So tucking the belly, the navel in towards the spine and dropping the chin. Bringing it all in, tight little package. And then we'll send the heart forward, belly forward, chin comes up, rounding the spine towards the camera. Lifting the chin up. Beautiful. And then we'll just move back into that first shape. So tucking the navel in towards the spine, rounding the back, tucking the chin, finding that curve, allowing the shoulders to come forward, opening up the shoulders. And then on your next inhale, we'll let it come back out. So belly comes out, upper body follows, chest shines, heart shines forward, chin comes up. Beautiful. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it all in. Navel to spine, chin to chest. Inhale, fill it back up, rising up. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring it in. Pairing the breath, inhale, belly comes forward, chin comes up. Open the chest. And exhale, bring it all the way in, navel to spine. Beautiful. One more time, allowing the heart to shine, belly comes forward, reaching the chest, opening up. Beautiful. Then we're going to return back to center, back to neutral. Awesome, you're doing great. That concludes our movement, and we're going to move into the meditation portion. Okay, so staying where you are, maybe just taking note of how your legs are feeling if you need to make any adjustments. We're going to stay seated for about a 2-minute meditation. So just allowing yourself here to close the eyes, find the breath. Be pausing the video quickly if you need a quick sip of lemon water or just regular water. And then coming back to just drop into a short meditation practice. And I'll guide you through it. Don't worry, I'm here for you. So keeping that nice straight spine, maybe tucking the chin slightly towards the body. connecting to the breath, in and out through the nose. We're just going to keep it nice and simple today. We're just going to focus on the breath, in and out through the nose. Just following the breath, noticing the temperature of the breath. Cool as you inhale, and warm as you exhale and it leaves the body. Listening to the breath, feeling the breath. And if, as you're sitting here, you notice there's any thoughts that are trying to creep in, I invite you to just let those thoughts drift by like the clouds in the sky. And just know that those thoughts will return to you later on when you need them, if you need them. Just breathing at your own pace and time, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the face, the jaw, the forehead. Noticing how things are feeling in your body, in your hips. If there's any soreness or tightness, just noting any sensations in the body. We'll slowly start to bring ourselves back, maybe lifting the chin, wiggling the fingers, gently fluttering the eyes open. Beautiful. Now we're going to say our affirmation one more time. Bring the hands to the heart, sitting up nice and tall, showing that heart forward. I want you to say it with me. I am grateful. Beautiful. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you. Thank you for tuning into day 1 of your Pure Nature Cleanse. And thank you for trusting me to guide you on this journey. Namaste.